Green buildings come in many shapes and sizes. A contest in the nation's capital, a modular home, your child's English class, or even the arena where you watch sports with 18,000 of your closest friends. All may be greener than you think. We're here in Washington, D.C. at the Solar Decathlon. 20 teams from around the world are here competing to design, build, and operate the most energy-efficient solar-powered homes they can imagine.
In the Decathlon, it gets its name from 10 contests. How do you give a broad overview of what makes a good house? Of course, you got to judge them for architecture, so we get a jury of professionals. Judge them for engineering excellence, so we get a jury of professionals. We also get some real estate agents and builders to go through and look at, in the real estate vernacular, curb appeal. Then we go through with a lighting jury, and then we judge them for communications. They've got to have web pages and give tours, then hot water, heating and cooling. We measure them for appliances. We also have home entertainment. And then lastly, net metering. What we've done is we've put a net meter on all these houses. They're bidirectional utility electric meters. And on those sunny days, when they have twice as much as they need, they're pushing the meter backwards and saying, hey, utility, will you hold this for us for a minute? It's like cell phone rollover minutes. They're building a credit up with the utility. So then on a cloudy day like today comes along, can we have some of those back from yesterday? And then we gave them up to 50 points bonus for the team that could sell the most surplus back to the utility. So they did everything in their house all week as efficiently as possible to have a little surplus. And that's actually where Germany aced. They got all of those 50 points.
The unique thing about our approach to sustainable design is that we try to integrate all the solar active elements into our overall architectural design. So the entire house is covered with photovoltaic modules or solar gatherers. We produce twice as much energy as we need to keep the house running. I think it's been raining for the past 5 days during the contest. And the good thing about our design was that the thin film modules we used on the exterior of our house, it is also capable of producing energy in such weather and diffuse lighting conditions. They were less efficient, but they still produced some energy. So after 5 days of rain, we still ended up with a surplus of energy. We do believe that houses like ours, maybe on a bit larger scale, will be accessible or on the markets very soon.
Illinois came in second because they also performed amazingly well. Very, very energy efficient house. So next to Germany, they were right up there, winning just, I think, a point less in the performance base.
We're from the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign, and we were fortunate enough to get second place for this competition. Our competitors, the Germans, had a system that they used that was twice the solar generating capacity than what we did. What allowed us to come in so close to their overall result was the fact that our house performed so well and so efficiently. We used the least amount of energy of any of the other schools for this entire contest, which gave us an overall net result which was very comparable to a system that had twice the capacity for generating energy.
Conservation was our #1 priority with this, and just how people can take these systems and really just make more environmentally conscious decisions. I think it's something that's very essential to both this competition and how Americans, in my personal opinion, should begin taking more into account in just their everyday lives.
And then California, which came in third, it's a beautiful, beautiful house.
Our house actually generates about 150% of its own electricity on good weather in California and also in Washington, D.C. It's just when the sun's shining.
What other features of this house are you most proud of?
I think the thing we're most proud of from the outright is just the shape of the house, because we broke out of the box and we're showing that a green home can be unique, a green home can be beautiful, and a green home can still perform. We use LED lights, which actually use 1/15 the power of an incandescent bulb, but also last 20 times longer. We're also proud of the controls integration we've done, that from a single interface, this house can control its heating, it can control the windows, it can control the entertainment, it can even control the lighting. You can control that from either your iPhone, the touchscreen in the home, or even a website.
So with this being your vision, what's sort of your dream for this?
Every house in America needs to be one of these. I mean, a solar electric house. We are producing no carbon here in this village while we're living here. Now there's embedded carbon in the houses and all of us to get here, but at least while you're living in a solar electric house, there's no carbon. And isn't that what we're all challenged for these days?